Now, in 2018, Xi Jinping had declared that China has stood up, grown rich and become strong. But the rich of China are leaving in hordes. An investigation conducted by an international news network has revealed the secret migration of Chinese citizens. They left China for the freedom of Europe via Cyprus. The report says more than 500 Chinese people, more than 500 Chinese rich people, obtained the citizenship of the European Union from 2017 to 2019. Cyprus is a member of the European Union. So the citizenship of Cyprus opens doors to all 27 members of the EU. One name stands out in this list: Yang Huiyan, the sixth richest woman in the world according to Forbes. She is said to have a fortune of more than $20 billion. Yang is the principal owner of Chinese property developer Country Garden. And she got herself the citizenship of Cyprus by paying for it. To apply for a Cypriot passport, the applicants must invest at least $2.5 million. This usually goes towards real estate purchases. The program is known as Golden Passports. Since it was created in 2013, the European Union has called for the program to be shut down. Until now, it hasn't. And so rich Chinese continue to exit their country through this route. And while Cyprus is opening its doors to the Chinese, Beijing is shutting doors into Wuhan. Remember the investigation into the origins of the Wuhan virus? The WHO, we told you, had sent a team to China. What did they do? They did not visit Wuhan, the city where all of it began, the city that remains at the center of the outbreak. The WHO team investigating the outbreak did not go to that city. Isn't this a little odd? How does the WHO explain this? Well, it says the team had gone to China only to lay the groundwork for the visit of a full international mission. Are they just buying more time? An MP of the ruling party in Australia has slammed the World Health Organization. Dave Sharma has said, and I'm quoting, "The international community is right to have serious concerns about the rigor and independence of the WHO's early response to this pandemic and its seeming wish to avoid offending China." What is Dr. Tedros' response? The Director General of the WHO says the investigators will travel to Wuhan. When? He did not say that.
When the international group the international experts are put together, then of course, naturally, they will travel to Wuhan to start the study. Because it's the basics of inquiries like this to start the study from where the first report came.
Is China stonewalling the WHO probe? Perhaps it is. And here's what China is ready to ban: iPhones. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian has this message for US President Donald Trump. If America bans WeChat, we will stop using iPhones, he says.
I noticed the results of this survey. I have also noted that many Chinese people said that if the US really banned WeChat, then we can also stop using iPhone. Under the guise of national security, certain US politicians abused national power to unreasonably suppress non-US companies. The piracy of the United States has already caused damage to the rights and interests of consumers and enterprises in all countries, including the US itself, and will inevitably be opposed and resisted by the international community.
China had compelled Apple to move its servers into the country so that they could censor the content on iPhones. But China's Great Firewall is porous. A photograph of allegedly of a Chinese soldier killed during the face-off in Galwan is going viral. Let me show you what it looks like. A headstone with letters in Mandarin with some cigarette stubs. This is the photo that is doing the rounds. I must say at the outset, we've not been able to independently confirm if this indeed is the grave of a Chinese soldier. The photograph is growing viral on the Chinese internet alongside a description that is consistent with the events of the clashes in Galwan in the month of June. And this is what it says. The grave allegedly belongs to soldier number 69316. The big block letters translate to Martyr Chen Xiang Rong. The letters right next to it apparently say, Born December 2001, died June 2020, sacrificed in the fight against India's border defense. Allegedly, this is a grave of a 19-year-old soldier who has been given a first-class merit citation by the Central Military Commission. That's the highest decision-making body for the armed forces in China, headed by none other than Chinese President Xi Jinping. 3 months have passed since the clashes. There's been a lot of speculation around China's casualties. Most of our sources say that the casualty figure on the Chinese side was higher than the Indian side, but Beijing refuses to acknowledge the sacrifice of its soldiers.